Good morning, children. In today's session, I'm going to take class for 6th standard science. It is term 3, unit 5, plants in daily life, children. So whatever I'm writing in the board, you can take down in your notebook. After getting the book, you can see the book, children. Okay. Now, that is plants in daily life. We'll see now. Introduction. Now we are living in a green planet. That is plants in daily life, which means we are going to deal with the plants and trees, right? So how the plants and trees are? They are green. So we are living in the green planet and plenty of natural plant resources are around us. So natural plants, there are many plants around us. Okay, நம்மள சுத்தி நிறைய green plants நிறைய இருக்கு இல்லையா? Economic botany deals with all these plants. So botany deals with the plants and the zoology deals with the animals. Now we are going to learn about the plants and the botany deals with the plants, children. In relation to human welfare, so it is related to human like food, clothing, shelter and medicine. Either directly or indirectly it is related to the human for the food, shelter, then clothing and medicines. Okay. Now, indirect usage includes the needs of man's livestock, that is domestic animals, and the maintenance of the environment. So it deals with the indirect one, deals with the needs of the man's living and the maintenance of the environment. And the benefits, what are the benefits will be like domestic, commercial or environmental. All these are benefited by the plants. Plants bring about economy, that is wealth, to the country in large extent. And it's a fact, the wealth of our country, that is, okay, the wealth depends on the agriculture and the plant products. The plants bring what they do, they bring wealth to the country, okay, in very large extent. They bring a wealth to a very large extent, and it's the wealth it gives to the country, and it depends upon the agriculture and the plant products. Next, economic botany. As I said, the botany deals with the plants, and the economic botany is the study of a relationship between people and the plants, the relationship between the plants and animals and the uses of the plants in the economy. So there's a relationship between the animals and the human beings and the uses of plants. Now, from the earliest time, that is from the earliest time means அந்த காலத்திலிருந்தே rice, wheat and millets, all these have been the staple food. Staple food means which is eaten routinely, that is regular food, okay, of a vast population of India. So from the earlier time till now it has been a rice, wheat and millet have been a routine food, that is staple food for the people of India. Then in addition to this, many references are abundant. Abundant means many references are there that in ancient literature about the existence and the usage of crops of economic importance. So in addition, references are more about this, okay, about the literature about the existence is living and usage of the several crops. Now, based on these economic values and uses, plants may be broadly classified. First, plant as food. Plant as food. Then, spice yielding plants. Spice yielding plants. Medicinal plants. Medicinal plants, then fiber yielding plants, fiber yielding plants, timber yielding plants, timber yielding plants, and then ornamental plants. Ornamental means decoration, which are used for the decoration, okay. Those are the ornamental plants. Now we are going to learn about this one by one, okay. Now first, plant as food. Now plants are the main source of food for the human beings. So for the human beings, plants are the important one to be taken as a food. And these plants are known as food plants. All these are known as the food plants, okay. The plants which we take in the food are known as the food plants. Now we eat different parts of the plant such as root, stem, leaf, seeds, that is unripe and ripe. Ripe means அந்த பழத்தில் சொல்கிறோம் ripe fruits, and we can classify the food plants as follows. We are eating different roots, okay, then stem, leaf, unripe and ripe fruits, all these we are using it. So all these we eat as a foods. Now first we'll see the vegetables, cereals and the pulses. Vegetables, cereals and pulses. Okay children. Now first, plants also give us coffee, tea, sugar and the raw materials for oil. So plants, what do the plants give us? As well as this, they give us coffee, tea, sugar also, and the raw materials which are needed, okay, for the oil. Now first we'll see the vegetables. We get vegetables from different parts of the plants, okay. Like first we'll see the first itself, already I said root, stem, leaf, all these fruits, everything. Now first we'll see the roots, that is beetroot. From the roots you get beetroot and the carrot, okay. Then leaves, that is green vegetables. Curry leaves, what are the curry leaves? Karvapalan sodaniya, curry leaves and the cabbage. All this we get from the leaves. Then stems, example potato, from the stem. Yam, kannakazhangu sodaniya, then sugarcane. Then flowers, banana flower, okay. Then cauliflower. Then fruits, amla, nellika, guava, goyan sodaniya, all these. So roots, leaves, stems, flowers and fruits, all these can be taken as a food, okay. Now cereals. Cereals are edible components of grain of cultivated grass like rice, wheat, bajra, millet and ragi. So rice, wheat, arisi, godhuma, இது எல்லாமே வந்து cereals தான், சரியா? Then pulses, பருப்பு வகைகள். These are edible seeds of plants. Then here pulses are produced in pots like Bengal gram, green moong bean, okay. Now next, spices. Spices is another masala kal solrom illaya. Spices are aromatic parts. Aromatic means which gives us a nice good smell, okay. Parts of tropical plants such and used to flavor the food. So food la nama kodamla la podrom illaya, spices use pandrom. So spices comes from the bark or roots of certain plants, leaves, flowers or stems of the plants which are used for flavoring. Flavoring means which give taste, color or to preserve the foods. All these are spices to used to give taste, that is flavoring, color, and it is also used for preservation of food. Now what are the spices found in India? We will see now. Following spices are included in a variety of Indian dishes. So whatever நம்ம சமைக்கிறோம் இல்லையா, வீட்டில் உங்கள் பேரண்ட்ஸ் சமைக்கிறாங்க, அந்த சமைக்கும் போது அந்த கிரேவிஸில் அவங்க என்னென்ன ஸ்பைசஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்கன்ட்டு உங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சிருக்கலாம் இல்லையா. What your parents are using, okay, to put it in the gravy. So what are the spices? We'll see now, okay. Cardamom, elaka, black pepper, then curry leaves, karvapilla, fenugreek, vendayam, fennel, sombu, ajwain, bay leaves, cumin, cumin is cheeragam, then turmeric, okay, then clove, லவங்கம், then ginger and cinnamon பட்டை. இது எல்லாமே வந்து spices used in the India, and it is used in the gravies in the by the parents, okay. Now each year World Food Day is celebrated by the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, that is FAO, Food and Agriculture, Food FA Agriculture Organization and United Nations. And the World Food Day adopts a different theme each year. So World Food Day is celebrated on October 16. World Food Day when it is celebrated on October 16. Okay children, next we will see the medicinal plants. Some of the plants around us are good in healing our diseases. குணப்படுத்துறது, ஹீலிங்னா குணப்படுத்துறது. அந்த எந்த மெடிசினல் பிளான்ஸ் எல்லாமே ஒரு நோயை குணப்படுத்துறதுக்காக யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க, புரியுதா? We will see what are the medicinal plants now. We call these plants as medicinal plants. So they alleviate burns. Alleviate burns means கம்மி பண்ணுறது, okay. Lightens our pain. Burns, then cut, ஏதாவது கட் ஆகிடும் இல்லையா, கையெல்லாம் கட் ஆகுது, இல்லை கோல்டு, சளி பிடிக்கிறது, ஃபீவரு, ஜுரம், ஸ்னீசஸ், தும்புறது, இது எல்லாமே வந்து கம்மி பண்ணும் பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் திஸ் மெடிசினல் பிளான்ட்ஸ். Some chemical compounds the medicinal plants act against this insects, fungi and certain germs. Now they have given a list, plant name, plant parts used from that plant, and what is the medicinal use of that plant. First they have given Amla, Nellikanchula, it's a fruit. And what is the medicinal use of this Amla? It cures vitamin C deficiency diseases, okay, like scurvy. Okay, this is a vitamin C disease which can be cured by this fruit. Next is the Tulsi. Tulsi elan solron liya, that is leaves and seeds also is used. Cough, cold, then bronchitis, that is lungs problem. இதெல்லாம் இருக்குல்ல, இது வந்து எல்லாமே என்ன பண்ணோம், ஹீல் பண்ணும், குணப்படுத்தும் இந்த நோய் எல்லாமே. Then aloe vera leaves. So everyone know the importance of these leaves. That is wound healing. அதாவது ஏதாவது அடிபட்டுருந்துச்சுன்னா அது குணப்படுத்துக்காக அது என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, அதை தடவுவாங்க. ஸ்கின் பர்ன்ஸ், ஏதாவது பர்ன் ஆயிடுச்சுன்னா ஸ்கின் அண்ட் அல்சர், ஓகே, இது எல்லாமே வந்து ஹீல் பண்ணிட்டு ஆல் ஹீல்ஸ் டிசீசஸ் லைக் திஸ். தென் நீம், ஓகே, bark, leaf and seed. Leaf இருக்கட்டும், seed இருக்கட்டும், bark இருக்கட்டும். It cures skin diseases. Okay, this neem cures a skin disease. Then turmeric, manjal irukku illaya, it helps the body to fight foreign invaders. It helps to fight with the foreign invaders. Now we'll see the fiber yielding plants. Plants which give us fiber for our uses are called as a fiber yielding plants, and these fibers are called as a natural fibers. Medicinal plants we finish. Then fiber yielding plants is otherwise called as the natural fibers. Now we can classify this fiber yielding plants into two types. Okay, this we are into two types, that is based on the uses and parts of the plant. Uses and parts. So fiber yielding plants otherwise called as the natural fibers, and these they have the fiber yielding plants in two types, that is uses and the parts of the plant from where we get the fiber. Now first based on use we will see. So there are two types I said, based on uses and based on the parts. First we are going to see about the based on the use. So there are three bases like textile fibers, cordage fibers and filling fibers. Textile fibers are nothing. Textile means cloth, right? Making cloth, example cotton. Then cordage, that is making rope. That is based on the making rope, that are called as a cordage fibers, example coconut fiber. Okay, and the thenga anar irukilla. Then filling fibers, making mattresses, bed ella seiranga illaya, that is example silk cotton. So what are the uses about, what are the three? Textile, cordage and the filling fibers. Next is based on the plant parts. First we finish the uses. Now based on the parts we are going to see now. First, plant fibers include seed hairs, example cotton. Next is stem, example flax jute. Then next leaf, example again. Then fourth, husk, example coconut. So these are based on the plant parts. What are the plant parts? Seed hairs, stem, leaf and husk. Okay. Next we will see the then process of making yarn. So what is yarn? Thread. Okay, making yarn from fibers is called spinning. So what is spinning? The process of making yarn. So yarn means what is it? Thread from the fibers. From the fibers is called spinning. Do you understand now what is spinning, children? So making yarn from the fibers. Now next we will go to the timber yielding plants. So we finished fiber, now we are going to the timber yielding plants. The wood needed for the construction of buildings. வீடு கட்டுறாங்க இல்லையா, அதில் என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க? wood. Construction of buildings and making furniture like table, chair எல்லாம் woodல செய்கிறாங்க இல்லையா, that is furnitures. From the certain plants. We use wood for this purpose due to their features. எதுக்கு இந்த மாதிரி wood எல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க? For that durability. Durability ரொம்ப நாளுக்கு வரதுக்காக. Then stylish finishing. உங்கள் finishing எல்லாம் ஸ்டைலிஷாக இருக்கும். Then resistance to temperature change. எந்த ஒரு டெம்பரேச்சர் சேஞ்ச் பண்ணாலும் அதோட ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் வந்து எதுவும் கெட்டு போகாமல், எதுவும் ஒரு இது ஆகாமல், ஃபங்கஸ் ஃபார்ம் ஆக, அது எல்லாமே வந்து இருக்கும். புரியுது? The resistance. So because of the durability, stylish finishing and the resistance. Because of the resistance due to the temperature. Now all the timbers are classified into two, that is, now we'll see this, hardwood and softwood. Hardwood and softwood. So timber yielding, hardwood and the softwood. Now we'll see now, first we'll see the hardwood. Hardwoods are the angiosperms. Angiosperms means flowering plants, the plant which gives the flowers. Flowering plants, the largest group of landforms, high quality furniture. So all these hardwoods give the high quality furniture. And the furniture வந்து நல்ல high quality இருக்கும், சீக்கிரமா உடையாது தாங்காது, நல்ல high quality இருக்கும். Then desk, flooring and wooden construction the wood ஆல பண்ற construction are being made of only using the hardwood. The hardwood வச்சு தான் என்ன பண்றாங்க, high quality furnitures they are giving, flooring is good, and then wooden construction is done by this hardwood only. Example, teak and jackfruit. Teak and jackfruit. Take maran solra liya, teak and the jackfruit. These are the examples. Now we are going to see the hardwoods that I said, flowering plants. From the flowering plants, what I said, angiosperms, right? So angiosperms. And this softwood we'll get from the non-flowering plants, that is gymnosperms. Non-flowering plants is otherwise called as a gymnosperms. Non-flowering plants is otherwise called as a gymnosperms, okay? Now, certain angiosperms also yield softwood. So softwood we get from the non-flowering plants, that is gymnosperms. And they have a wide range of applications of making plywoods, then wooden boxes. All these we make from the softwood. Example, they have been kadampa and pine. Kadampa and pine. So these are the example of the softwood, okay? So hardwood, what I said, they are the angiosperms, that is flowering plants. Softwood are the gymnosperms, that is non-flowering plants. And they are from the hardwood we can make high quality furniture, then flooring, all this we can see. Then softwoods, that is from the gymnosperms, and these are the non-flowering plants, and you can make plywood and wooden boxes, okay? Next is the ornamental plants. So next we are going to see the ornamental plants now. And plants are grown for reasons, aesthetic reasons are called as ornamental plants. Producing flowers from floral plant is an important reasons of horticulture. Horticulture is plant where the plants, different varieties of plants grown there. Example, jasmine, rose, chrysanthemum, carnation and gerbera, these ones, okay? And to decorate, ornamental means decoration only. Decorate houses, gardens and parks, we are planting shrubs. So to decorate this, decorate means ornamental. So to decorate this house, gardens and all, they are planting the shrubs such as hibiscus, grape, jasmine, crotons and climbers like mullai, alamanda and bougainvillea. These are the golden short tree, mandari and Delanex tree, etc. So these are the ornamental plants which has been grown in the houses, gardens and parks. Next, interrelationship between plants and animals. Next we are going to see interrelationship between plants and animals. Okay, so animals rely on plants for their food and shelter. So animals rely on the plants for their food and the shelter. So the relationship between the not only animals but also plants. So such relationship is different now. For example, silkworm. So already we have learned about the silkworm feeds on the mulberry leaves and also lives on the mulberry leaves, right? So this relationship between a worm and a plant is useful for us in the silk production. What is the relationship there between the silkworm and the plant? That is mulberry plant. It is relationship is there, and this they are useful in the silk production. Then next we will see the cross pollination of flowers. That is bright colors of flowers, beautiful smell and honey attracts the insects because flowers nalla beautiful ah irukum, alla nalla smell varum, alla nalla nariya honey irukum, sweet juice that attracts the insects. As the insects go from one flower to another flower, so oru flower la avanga enna பண்ணுவாங்க, pollen grains la eduthu innona flower ku போவாங்க for to get the another pollen. They leave the pollen grains from their body. avanga body la irukka pollen grains ellame vandu enna, they shed the pollen grains from the, as a result what happens, there's a cross pollination and they form the vegetables and fruits. Then these insect pollinators and birds need to be protected and produce the best yield. Now bees give us honey. Plants and algae live in the coral. These coral reefs can be seen in the seas, deep, okay, deep in the sea we can see this coral reefs, and they have plants and algae which lives in the coral reefs, and they're food of, that is food for the variety of fishes. These plants and algae which live in the coral reefs are the food for the variety of fishes, and these fisheries work is done in these areas. Now, animals and birds play an important role in spreading seeds of various plants. Next, we are going to see the other uses of plants. First is the maintain soil fertility. Plants maintain soil fertility, their droppings and shedding of leaves. So, whatever they drop and the shedding of the leaves like fruits, shedding of leaves as well as the fruits and the other parts degrade in the soil. Degrade to form humus. Humus means what? That is the substance made from the dead leaves and plants which is put on the ground and helps the plants to grow. That's the shedding of leaves, plants, leaves, fruits, அது டீக்ரேட் ஆகிடுது, அழிஞ்சு போயிடுது. அதனால் the dead plants and animals இருக்கு, அதுலேருந்து அவங்களுக்கு கிடைக்கிற அந்த that helps the plants to grow. This humus, that is the dead plants and animals that is put in the ground, this humus increases the soil fertility. Then we'll see the prevention of soil erosion. Now plants when grown in dens will prevent soil. For example, if we take one place, forest, in that very many trees are grown, right? இப்போ ட்ரீஸ் எல்லாம் இல்லைன்னா என்ன ஆகும்? அப்படியே மேலே இருக்கிற சாயில் எல்லாமே தண்ணியோட போயிடும் இல்லையா? இதே நிறைய பிளான்ஸ் எல்லாம் இருந்துச்சுன்னா என்ன ஆகும்? ட்ரீஸ் இருந்துச்சுன்னா அதை அப்படியே அப்சார்ப் பண்ணும். அங்கே தண்ணி நோ ரன்னிங் வாட்டர் வில் பி தேர், அங்கே தண்ணி தேங்கி நிற்காது இல்லையா? ஸோ பிளான்ஸ் விச் க்ரோன் இன் டென்ஸ்னா நிறையா வில் ப்ரிவெண்ட் சாயில் எரோஷன். சாயில் எரோஷன் வந்து ப்ரிவெண்ட் பண்ணலாம். தட் இஸ் வாட் இஸ் சாயில் எரோஷன்? இன் டைம்ஸ் ஆஃப் விண்ட் ஆர் ஃப்ளட், அதாவது ஃப்ளட் ஏதாவது வரும்போது என்ன ஆகுது? த ஃபர்டைல் டாப் லேயர் ஆஃப் த சாயில், அந்த மண் இருக்கு இல்லையா, இஸ் கேரிட் அவே பை ஏர் ஆர் வாட்டர். ஸோ நார்மலி ஐ செட் எந்த பிளான்ஸும் எந்த ட்ரீஸும் இல்லைன்னா அந்த இடம் வந்து ஏதாவது ஃப்ளட்டோ ஏதாவது விண்டோ அடிக்கும் போது என்ன ஆகுது? அங்கே மேலே இருக்க அந்த டாப் லேயர் ஆஃப் சாயில் இஸ் கேரிட் அவே, அப்படியே அதோட எடுத்துகிட்டு போயிடும் அந்த விண்டோ அதெல்லாமே பை ஏர் ஆர் வாட்டர். திஸ் இஸ் ப்ரிவென்டட், அது தடுக்கிறது, ப்ரிவென்டடாக தடுக்கிறது பை பிளான்ஸ் இஃப் க்ரோன் அரவுண்ட். நிறைய பிளான்ஸ் அண்ட் ட்ரீஸ் வந்து it is grown on the ground, it prevents the soil erosion. Okay children, then biofuels. Some fuels or plants are also grown for the sake of biofuels. For example, plant fuel. So biofuels are petrol, diesel, but plant fuel is also there. It is less toxic. Toxic na poisonous, less poisonous. Or the toxic na poisonous in artham is less toxic as it does not emit, it does not give harmful gases. Romba harmful ana gases kedudal seira gases ellame vandu kodukadhu, and less expensive also. And kammiya cost kuda kammiya the plant fuels. Then from where do we get this plant fuels? Example, jatropha. Okay, from this. Even the plant waste is used to generate electricity. The plant waste illa irukku illaya, adula irundhu electricity generate pandranga. Okay, so idu ungalku konja pudusa irukku illaya, biofuels நம்ம பார்த்துருக்கோம். இப்போ பிளான்ட் ஃபியூல்ஸ் கூட இருக்காங்க. ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் என்னது? ஜட்ரோபா பிளான்ட்லேருந்து பிளான்ட் ஃபியூவல் இஸ் அண்ட் இட் இஸ் லெஸ் டாக்ஸிக் ஆல்சோ, ஹார்ம்ஃபுல்லும் கிடையாது இல்லையா, லெஸ் எக்ஸ்பென்சிவ் ஆல்சோ ஃப்ரம் திஸ். அண்ட் ஈவன் த பிளான்ட் வேஸ்ட் இதுலேருந்து கூட அவங்க என்ன பண்ணுறாங்க? எலக்ட்ரிசிட்டி, தே ஆர் ஜென்ரேட்டிங் த எலக்ட்ரிசிட்டி. ஓகே, தென் ரப்பர் அண்ட் நேச்சுரல் பிளாஸ்டிக். ரப்பர்னால் உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் இல்லையா? வி அப்டெயின் ரப்பர் ஃபார், எதுக்காக ரப்பர்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க? ஃபார் டயர், வயரிங், சீட்ஸ்க்கு இதெல்லாமே ரப்பர் யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. நேச்சுரல் பிளாஸ்டிக்ஸ் ஆர் ஆல்சோ ப்ரொடியூஸ் ஃப்ரம் பிளான்ட்ஸ் விச் ஆர் பயோடிகிரேடபிள் அண்ட் டஸ் நாட் ஹார்ம் த என்விரான்மெண்ட். இது வந்து என்ன பண்ணாது? என்விரான்மெண்ட்டை ஹார்ம் பண்ணாது, அண்ட் இட் இஸ் இட் பயோடிகிரேடபிள் ஆல்சோ. Then neem oil coated urea. Farmers in India, விவசாயிகள் எல்லாம் என்ன பண்ணுறாங்க? யூரியா, இட்ஸ் அ ஃபர்டிலைசர். அவங்க வந்து என்ன பண்ணுறாங்க? அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் ப்ரொடக்டிவிட்டி இன்க்ரீஸ் பண்ணுறதுக்காக இந்த ஃபர்டிலைசரை யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. ஸோ திஸ் யூரியா இஸ் யூஸ்ட் as a fertilizer to increase the agriculture productivity by the farmers. And Indian scientists made neem coated urea. So neem coated urea அவங்க யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க, which release nitrogen and help the plants to absorb the nitrogen. So it releases and absorbs the nitrogen and reduces the impact of urea on the environment. So it reduces the impact of the urea use பண்றது வந்து அந்த இம்பாக்டை வந்து environmentல கம்மி பண்ணுது. புரியுதா? So these are the so this we finish the lesson children. In the next class we'll start with the new lesson. Thank you.